Hi everyone and welcome to One Six Figure Focus, and in this video I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the Hot Toys Daniel Craig James Bond from No Time to Die that I bought from Lion Rock Toys. Let's get started. Okay, this is the Hot Toys MMS804 James Bond Commando outfit from No Time to Die, based on the likeness of the actor Daniel Craig in his fifth and final appearance playing the James Bond character. And a massive shout out to Lion Rock Toys, that's who I bought it from, but even bigger shout out to Steve aka Figures and Fandom on YouTube and Instagram, who funded this because I won a giveaway on his channel. I am a subscriber to his channel, but more importantly I'm a member of his channel membership, and that gives me access to some giveaways that he does regularly. Does some amazing giveaways, and I was lucky enough to win one, so I bought it off Lion Rock Toys, but it's funded by Steve Figures and Fandom. So go over there, subscribe to his channel, and if you want to be part of the giveaways, why not become a channel member? Thank you, Steve, much appreciated. Apologies for quick interruption to this video. If you're watching this video right now, hit the like button, and more importantly, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me grow the channel, and the support is greatly appreciated. Back to the video. So I've shown you the box, I've shown you what the figure looks like when you first unbox it, and I'm going through all the different layers. So this is the bottom layer. There's two layers. We already saw the figure layer. This is the bottom layer. You haven't missed anything. I'm going to outline everything. By the end of this video, you'll have seen everything that he comes with. So this is just the bottom tray, which has the base, which is just this black piece, the crotch grabber, and then this like rectangular piece, which is kind of, I think it's like a kind of like a Japanese style. I think it's when he's kneeling down, and he's kind of captured towards the end by the Rami Malek's character, I believe. Okay. This is everything it comes with, bar that terrible cardboard cutout with the gun barrel. I'm not going to use that. I showed you in the previous scenes. I'm not going to use it. So this is him in front of the box, standing straight up and down. There is the Daniel Craig head sculpt. I think it's pretty good. I think it's a solid 8 out of 10. And for some reason looks more like Daniel Craig than the cleaner version that we saw with bought for pre-order with the tuxedo. I think this is a more interesting figure. If I had to pick one of them, I would pick this one. However, the tuxedo is more traditional looking, so I'm going to wait and see how that turns out, because it did have its issues, but I really like this one. Head sculpt is on point. Definitely see the likeness to Daniel Craig. It has separate rolling eyeballs functions, which I'm going to utilize later on this video. You've got some scrapes, scratches, you got a bit of blood there on his the left side of his forehead, and the scrapes on the right side of his cheek. The eyes are just neutral there at the moment. You've got this shirt. I can't remember the name of this shirt. It's called a Henley shirt or something like that. You've got braces. You've got some, obviously he gets injured and he's bleeding there on his right side of his abdomen and under, say, his left armpit there as well. You got the braces. You've got kind of some buckles and belts going on his right hip. You have a holster for, comes with two different pistols. You might have noticed in the intro, the Wanted PPK. I think it's a Walther PPK, and of course they don't have the licenses, same as they don't have the licenses for the Omega. That's why it's called, if you look at it, I believe it says Wanted instead of like Walter on the side of it. Yeah, you got the boots, which are quite flexible and very posable. You've got that jumper, which is on the right there. Okay, first critique. These glasses are awful. They're not the right size or shape. They're too big. They should be smaller. Well, they're kind of the right shape, just they're too big and they're cheap looking. So yeah, they need to up their game when it comes to glasses, Hot Toys. I think the Terminator one wasn't too great either, or the clean version that come up. This here, this is fine. It's a nice inclusion. It's just the watch. Daniel Craig's Bond, and I think far back as Brosnan in 1995, the Bond franchise has a contract with Omega, so he wears the Omega, different versions of the Omega Seamasters. So that one is non-branded, and yeah, I might get a custom yet, because I know a guy who makes 1/6 scale Omega watches. Amazing. I'm not gone on the base. That's strike 2. There's no need for all this, like, why isn't it magnetic? Why isn't there slots for it? You've got the base, then you've got that rectangular piece, the beige part that he's standing on, which is made up of 2 different like squares or whatever. They should have done away with all that. They should have just made one of the square parts that was magnetic, that's a bit bigger and a bit taller, and maybe put the nameplate onto it. There's no need for all these separate parts. It's just silly. Comes with a bunch of hands. I think it's 4 ungloved hands, and then I think it's 6 gloved hands. Yeah, because he has 2 ungloved hands on. You got the usual stuff like the spare pegs, the tool for the separate rolling eyeballs features. You can see some canisters there. They clip onto the sling bag, I believe it's called, and the bag has the actual the sling is wired. So this I suppose toy that Mathilde had, I think she called it a doo-doo, or I believe that's what she was saying in the movie. This is the sling bag, which you can hold, or you can put next to him, or of course you can wear it and you can attach. There's foam inside. It does unzip, but there's foam inside to keep the shape. I've heard of people just using it to store extra hands. It's a good idea. So I can't remember the name of this rifle, but has a rifle, I believe a silencer on the top of it. It is in the intro. It's a something carbine, has a bunch of letters and stuff like that. It is in the intro if you want to go back and see. The magazines can come off. I think the end stock can move in and out as well. So there's a few moving parts on it, which is quite nice. The details are quite good. You got 2 different guns. This is I think this is regular handgun. I don't know the name of that. I can't remember. But I know the smaller one is the Walther PPK. So he comes with quite a bit. He does come with quite a bit, because if you look at all the weaponry and the little accessories. So there's the Walther PPK, or the Wanted PPK as they have rebranded it. So lots of different accessories. 3 different guns. You've got the jumper, which I won't actually put on in this particular video. And the reason is because I really like the pose I got him into. And I was pressed for time, and I'm going to do a separate video later on when I eventually get sick of the pose and want to repose it, because ultimately I do want the jumper on and the gloves, and I want him holding the machine gun. So yeah, so I've just kind of reposed them here. Very simple. What I like about this figure, again, you probably know where I'm going with this, it comes with a lot of accessories, and I've posed it using a lot of the accessories without making it look like I'm just shoehorning them in there. He's got the doo-doo, or the yeah, the toy that belonged to his is it Mathilde? It's kind of tucked into on his right hip on the brace. You got the Walther PPK there. The separate rolling eyeballs function of giving a bit of side eye, looking over to the left. The sling bag is over his. He's holding the sling bag. You'll see it in a second now in his left hand, and I'm using the gloved hands here. There's a strap that comes with the machine gun, or I can't remember the carbine. I can't remember what it's called. The long rifle. So that's actually, you can sling that over his left arm. You can see it now later on. And I do actually like. I think I'd like that base if they just did away with the black part and just they cut it in 2. So it should be, if you look at where he's standing, it should be just one square, I think. And they should have made it bigger, a bit higher, and magnetic. They should have done that, and then put the 007 thing connected to the front. There's no magnets. It's weird the way you just place all these things down, but it's quite I like it. I'm still in disbelief that A, Hot Toys done a fully licensed James Bond, and B, it happens to be the James Bond that I find it's my James Bond, the best movies. I think Craig had the best movies, but this one is not. You know, it's not his best. Casino Royale or Skyfall were his best. I'm still hoping they do the suit from Skyfall. I think that'd be probably my pick. But yeah, this I got him into this pose and I said, you know what? I'm going to keep him like this for a while. So I've heard that putting on the jumper is a pain. And when I got him into this pose, I was like, you know what? I actually quite like that, and it's utilizing a lot of the accessories. So I popped him into the movie icons display. So now in the movie icons display, you've got Batman, Joker 89, you've got the BVS Superman there, Henry Cavill from InArt. Yeah, you can see him there. Sorry about the glare there. I open up the cabinet in a second and get rid of the glare, but you can see Batman and Joker 89, the InArt BVS Superman. You've got Terminator, Robocop, and a Deadpool and Wolverine. Wolverine there is going to be replaced by the yellow suit whenever he comes out. I'm hearing September now. Pushed back, I believe. So that's a movie icons display. So this is what I have, man. I like this pose. I can definitely do better, but for the time being, yeah, I did like the pose. I also was under pressure for time. Got a lot going on at the moment, so just kind of trying to juggle things and work when I can on the YouTube channel. But I'm not going to put on the jumper at the time. I've heard, now just be warned, if you get this figure, I have heard from 2 different people who have it in hand that they put the jumper on and it is a bit of a struggle. So just take your time with it, put some time aside and remove the hands. Remove the hands to make it easier for the arms and forearms to go through the slots, the sleeves in that navy jumper. So I'm not actually going to put it on this video, but I'm going to do a separate video later on when I do that and explain maybe any how easy it goes on or how difficult it is. But yeah, just be warned, it can be a bit tricky to put that on. Yeah, so I'm really happy at how this turned out. Like it's not a perfect figure. The glasses aren't great. I think the head sculpt could be better. I do think the head sculpt's strong though. I think it's a solid 8, but I do think it's not like the best Hot Toys head sculpt we've ever seen. Like for example, that I'm recording this in the same day that the Artisan Black Widow has released, and that's a lot stronger sculpt and more like Scarlett Johansson than this is to the likeness of Daniel Craig. However, you know, this comes with a lot. You've got the weaponries, you've got the bag, you've got those canisters, or I think they're grenades or tear gas that connect onto it. Good call on the boots and making them flexible. But the main things for me is that the head sculpt could be a little bit better. The glasses, they need to do better glasses, and that base, that should have been 1 square. See the way I'm highlighting it here? That square. It should have been 1 square, a bit bigger, a bit higher, and magnetic. That's what they should have done. So look, all in all, I'm still baffled that we actually have a fully licensed Hot Toys Daniel Craig James Bond. I am very happy with this. It's not a perfect figure, but if you're a Bond fan, I think you'd be happy enough with it. Hopefully they end up doing a Skyfall one in that suit. But it looks incredible. Fits right in there to movie icons display. Because James Bond is definitely a movie icon. Okay folks, that's the end of the video. Before I end this video, I just want to take the opportunity to give a massive shout out to Lion Rock Toys, the Hong Kong based reseller that sold me this particular product. They offer free worldwide shipping, they've got an excellent user friendly website and have excellent customer service. Always do your own research before buying from anyone, before deciding who you want to buy from, but that's who I buy from. If you want to support the channel, please like the video, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this particular figure. Let me know if you intend on picking this one up, or maybe if you're waiting on another different type of James Bond. You can also follow me on Instagram. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.